Anna Peterson had never imagined her life would come to this. A year ago, she had a small home, a steady job at the church library, and a mother who told her every morning, "God sees you, darling. Even when the world doesn't." Then her mother died without warning. Medical bills swallowed everything. The house was taken. Anna lost her job after she missed too many days grieving. She drifted into a cycle of odd jobs and endless hunger. Now she worked at the market unloading crates, earning barely enough for bread. And tonight, she had nothing. No food, no coins, no job lined up for the week. The locket, her mother's last gift, was her only treasure. Inside it was a tiny picture of them, cheek to cheek, smiling. Selling it felt like tearing out a piece of her soul. But survival doesn't wait for sentiment. With trembling fingers, she approached old Mr. Clarkson's antique stall. "Will you buy this?" she whispered. The shopkeeper peered through his fogged glasses. "Pretty piece. I can give you $20. $20. Not even a week's food." But starvation had no patience. Anna nodded slowly. Across the market, a man in a tailored charcoal coat paused mid-step. Daniel Hartman, one of the wealthiest men in the state, owner of Hartman Industries, had come to Brookside quietly, hoping to escape a boardroom war and the suffocating expectations of wealth. He wasn't looking for anyone. But something caught his eye. A young woman wiping tears quickly, forcing a smile as she handed over a gold locket. Something in her face, grief, dignity, desperation, stabbed unexpectedly at his heart. He couldn't move. Why did she look so familiar? Not her face. Her eyes. There was a softness in them he remembered only from his mother, who used to volunteer at orphanages and tell him that kindness mattered more than money. Without thinking, Daniel followed her as she left the stall. Anna hurried to a small bakery, asking for day-old bread. The baker shook his head gently. "Sorry, dear, nothing left today." She thanked him anyway and stepped out into the rain. "Excuse me," came a deep voice from behind. Anna turned. A tall man, wet from the rain, stood watching her with concern. I noticed what happened at the market," he said. "You sold a locket. You looked upset. Are you all right?" Anna stiffened. "I'm fine. Just a bad day." His voice softened. "Sometimes it helps to talk." She shook her head. She didn't trust easily, not anymore. But as lightning flashed, thunder roared, and the storm worsened, Daniel insisted she take his umbrella. "Please," he said. "At least let me help with this." She accepted the umbrella, murmuring, "Thank you, sir." When she walked away, Daniel felt something tugging at him, an ache telling him this wasn't the end of their story. The next day, Anna went to start her new temporary job at Hartman Distribution, a warehouse owned by the very man who had spoken to her, though she didn't know it. But halfway through sorting packages, the supervisor barked, "Peterson, you're too slow. We don't have room for weak workers." Anna froze. "I can do better." "You're done. Leave." The humiliation burned hot behind her eyes. She left quietly, hiding her shaking hands. Daniel, who had arrived to inspect the warehouse, saw her walking out holding her backpack like a shield. Something inside him snapped. He marched to the supervisor. "Why did you fire her?" The man stammered, as she wasn't fast enough. Daniel's voice thundered. "She stays. And you apologize." The supervisor obeyed instantly. But when Daniel went outside to find her, she was gone. That night, Anna sat behind the closed church, crying silently. She felt like a burden even to God. "Why does everything fall apart?" she whispered. A familiar voice answered softly, "Maybe it's falling apart so something better can be built." Anna looked up. Daniel stood there, holding the umbrella she had forgotten to return. How did you find me?" "I asked around. This is where people said you used to volunteer with your mother." Anna blinked. No one remembered things like that, except someone who actually cared. "What do you want, Mr. Hartman?" she asked quietly. Daniel exhaled. "To help. Wherever you let me." They talked for hours beneath the shelter of the church steps. For the first time in months, Anna felt seen. And Daniel felt something he hadn't felt in years, purpose. Anna told him about the locket. Daniel's expression changed. "Would you allow me to get it back for you?" "No," she whispered instantly. "You've done enough. Some things, some losses I just have to accept." Her strength humbled him, but he still went back to the antique stall. Mr. Clarkson blinked when Daniel offered to buy the locket. "Oh, I can't," the old man said. "I promised her I'd keep it safe till she bought it back. That girl, she's proud. I think she wanted hope." Hope. That single word gripped Daniel's chest. When he held the locket in his hands, he understood why Anna had cried. Inside was the photo, mother and daughter, smiling radiantly. A treasure of love, not of money. Over the next month, Daniel arranged for Anna to work at Hartman Foundation, a community charity. She became a support coordinator, helping struggling families. It suited her compassionate heart perfectly. She blossomed. Her laughter returned, her confidence, her spark. And Daniel fell in love with her quietly, fighting the fragile fear that he wasn't worthy of someone so strong, so sincere. Anna, too, found her heart warming toward him, but she kept a distance, afraid of losing herself to hope that might break her again. Their biggest challenge wasn't poverty or status anymore. It was trust. Trust in love. Trust in second chances. Trust in themselves. One evening, after a long day at the foundation, Daniel handed her a small box. "What's this?" she asked. He swallowed. "Something that belongs to you." Anna opened it. Her breath caught. Her hands trembled. Tears rose instantly. Inside was the locket, polished, restored, glowing. Her mother's smile looked back at her. She covered her mouth, sobbing softly. "How? Why?" Daniel said gently, "Because you shouldn't lose the last thing that loved you unconditionally." Anna looked up, her eyes shining with gratitude and something deeper, something that made Daniel's heart race. She whispered, "I didn't lose everything. Some things, I've found again." He stepped closer. "Anna, I don't want to overstep. But you've changed my life. You've shown me what kindness looks like. What strength looks like. And if you allow it, I'd like to be part of your journey." Anna pressed the locket to her heart. Then she took his hand. "You already are." A year later, Brookside's community center, renovated and funded by Daniel's foundation, was named after Anna's mother, the Grace Peterson Haven. Anna became its director. Daniel stood proudly beside her as her partner in work and in life. Children ran through the hall. Families received food, support, love, everything Anna once longed for. She had turned her pain into purpose. And every morning before opening the center, she touched the locket and whispered, "Thank you, Mama, for the treasure you left me. Not the gold, but the heart that helped me find love, hope, and a new beginning."